Hi guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome back to my channel. So as you can probably hear, I'm a little bit stuffy because I've just gotten over a really bad case of strep throat, and that has not been fun at all, and I've kind of just been dying and losing my voice slowly, and it was very, very painful. But I'm feeling a lot better now, so I figured now would be a great time to film a video I should have filmed like 2 months ago, but it's okay. So today's video is going to be me talking about going to college because I go to college in like a month and yeah, that's real now. So, yeah, that's the topic of today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll just be chatting about where I'm going, why I chose there, and since I'm leaving in a month, what I'm feeling. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I am going to be attending the University of Colorado in Boulder in about a month. I'll be heading out that way. For me, it's about a 2 days drive, which is 2-day road trip with the parents. That'll be fun! So I visited CU last summer. I was very lucky to have the means to be able to go out and visit the campus. My dad and I took a road trip out there. We camped. We saw the campus. We also hit up a lot of the state parks in Colorado. Anyway. So after we went to Boulder and visited the campus and just kind of got a feel for the environment where I would potentially be living for the next 4 years of my life and where I now will be living for the next 4 years of my life, my dad and I took a trip so after we saw the campus and got a feel for where I'll be living for the next 4 years, and I kind of was able to scope out what the campus is like and if I could see myself being there, plot twist, I said yes. We went up to South Dakota and visited Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse, which was really cool, and I had never seen either of them. And everybody knows about Mount Rushmore, but if you don't know about Crazy Horse Mountain, it's a mountain they're building down the road. They're carving another mountain down the road from Mount Rushmore, and it's called Crazy Horse Mountain, and they are carving in an Indian riding a horse, the Indian Crazy Horse, and he is pointing towards the land of his people. It's a really cool story. It's really cool to go and see. They're not anywhere close to being done with it yet, but they're making really good progress. Another really cool thing, the entire project is privately funded by donations from visitors and private donors, which I think is even more cool because the government isn't funding this adventure. It's a group of people that decided, or it's a family, I should say, that decided, hey, we really want to make this thing happen, so we're going to go do this. And it's a really cool story. I would definitely recommend you check it out if you're into that sort of thing. And even if you're not and you're in the area, stop by. They have a really cool laser projection on the side of the mountain. Like, 10 out of 10 would recommend. It was a lot of fun. And it was free. So, there's that. And so after we did that, we then started our trek home, which it's about a 2-day drive, as I mentioned earlier. So we took a little bit of the scenic route home from South Dakota, drove through the Badlands, which I slept through. Dad was a little, "You sleeping? We're driving through the beautiful scenery." I slept for like 90% of that trip because when I get into a car, I'm just like, zzz. So, side tangent over, back to my CU story. So I went and visited the campus. We got in Monday night, and so we visited the campus Tuesday morning. We took we took an afternoon tour, but we got into Boulder in about, I want to say about like 8, no. We got up around 8, we left, because we stayed in Estes Park, which is about 40 minutes, an hour away from Boulder, and so we got up, did everything. I think we ended up getting into Boulder around 10-ish because I wanted to get in a little bit earlier to kind of see what the community was like, walk the streets a little bit, figure out where things were going to be and how the city operates. So we just kind of drove around Boulder a little bit, and I got a wide overview of the city and where I am going to be living for the next 4 years, and we kind of walked around some shops and just did a little sightseeing, and then we went to the tour. If you're going to take a tour at Boulder, beware parking. Parking is a disaster. I'm not bringing a car on campus for that very reason, but trying to park on campus was just like, what is this? Why is this a thing? Like, we had to drive to 5 different parking lots, ones that everybody said, hey, yeah, you can park there, and then we got there and it's like, oh, permit only from this time to this time. And we're like, but we found a place to park, we got to the tour. We were a little bit early, so we got into like the big presentation room where they give you the big hoopla speech about why Boulder is so great, and oh, we've had Nobel laureates, and we have a Nobel laureate professor, and he's great, and like all these esteemed I can't talk today, guys. Blah. And you can join all of these esteemed alumni that have graduated Boulder and done and got amazing things with their lives. Which is all well and good, but I just kind of like, that's up to the person what you choose to do after college, but if they give you the education to do it, then you should be fine. That was my major concern. Will I be getting a good education here? And I felt like I really would. And so we took the campus tour. It was your standard, here's a dorm, it's great, here's the rec center, it's really cool. The rec center actually is really cool because they basically redesigned the entire thing. I forgot how long ago, but I think it was like 4 years ago or something. Basically, it's brand new, and they redesigned the entire rec room, keeping in mind natural lighting and the scenic views that you go to Colorado for. And so you can take a virtual tour online, and I will link it down below. I would highly recommend checking it out because it is gorgeous. But the rec center, the basketball courts, and the upper level of the gym look out onto this giant picture window of just the mountains, and it is the most beautiful thing you will see. And I saw it in summer, and I'm just like, I cannot wait for like November when it starts to snow and like the mountains and the snow. Oh, think of the photos, everybody. It's gonna be great. But yeah, the rec center is really gorgeous. They have a 3-story climbing gym in the rec center that you get access to with your student ID, which I thought was really cool, because I really do want to learn how to rock climb, but I'm like a fat potato right now, so I'm working on that, slowly getting into shape, but I do kind of want to start to be more active, and that's definitely one of my goals in college, is to get active a lot more than I already am. And so the fact that they have all these really cool options is amazing. We also have an Olympic lap pool and a diving pool inside the rec center that you can use when it's not being used for training for our swim team and diving team. And then we also have an outdoor buffalo-shaped pool. So if you didn't know by now, the CU Boulder mascot is a buffalo. And it's really cool because they have this buffalo-shaped swimming pool outside of the rec center that is actually heated by the excess heat produced from cooling the ice rink. Well, that's another thing. We have an indoor ice rink in our rec center too. So it's really cool. There's a lot of amazing, fun, athletic type things to do. You will never be bored. And I'm really excited to kind of be able to check all that out. But that's the major selling point of the campus, is how active it is and how friendly it is. And that's definitely one thing I noticed walking around campus, taking the tour. Everyone was smiling. Hey, how you doing? People stopped by, students joined the tour, we were allowed to ask them questions if our tour guide didn't have an answer to it. Yeah, we saw pretty much the entire campus. Well, not the entire campus, because the thing is huge. Like, basically the entire town of Boulder is this campus. It is ridiculous. It is a school of 33,000 people, so it is not a small school by any means. It's your big state school, stereotypical American college experience. Well, from what I'm thinking anyway, I wouldn't know, I haven't gone yet, but we'll see. So ultimately, the things that swayed my decision to go to CU Boulder was definitely financial aid. They offered me enough aid to where it became within sellable range for me to go there. I was very lucky to be a very prestigious scholarship recipient that brought my tuition down to a little bit more than it would have been for me to go to U of I. And since I'm an Illinois student, I could have gotten in-state tuition at U of I. I didn't really want to stay in-state though, and Colorado has a really great program for what I'm going for, electrical and computer engineering right now, and I think that that's really cool. They also have a lot of options to explore things outside of your major and kind of dabble in different things, and I think that that's really cool too, because I could get there and be like, you know what, I hate doing this, I don't want to do this, I really don't think that's going to happen, but it could. And so I like the fact that I can kind of adapt my major, which is one of the reasons I chose CU over some more prestigious engineering schools that accepted me, because I really do want that flexibility in case I change my mind, or just to meet new people or dabble in things outside of my major, because I am a very creative person. I love to paint, I love to draw, I love to act, I love to play my flute, I like to do color guard, I like to film videos, and I just really wanted a school that would allow me to express my creativity. And I feel like some of the engineering institutions, it was all engineering all the time, and that's great. I love math and science and engineering too, but I also wanted a chance to do things outside of that bubble. So for me, that was a big influence on why I chose CU. Another thing, when I visited the campus, as I said earlier, everyone was just so friendly and welcoming and just, yeah, welcome to our community. We hope to have you guys here. It's great. Everyone that I talked to online, on campus, in the general area was just so friendly and so nice, and everyone was like, yeah, we love it here, it's great, the weather's amazing, we just kind of look chill all the time. And for me, that's a big change from where I am right now. Not that everyone's uptight, but it's just I've been in a very socially academic bubble to where the kids that I hung out with are the kids I was in AP Calculus with, and it was all very like one group that stayed together through high school, which was fine, but I felt very constrained, and I felt a lot of pressure to be one of the best because that's who I always was. If I wasn't this, then who was I? And I feel like being at CU will really give me a chance to kind of break out of that bubble and discover who I am away from the same kids that I've been with my entire life. And for me, that's a really exciting opportunity. And I feel like it'll be a lot less stressful because I won't know people, so I won't be pretending to be someone I was 3 years ago, but I'm not anymore. And I am really welcoming that change personally. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I chose CU because of the environment, because of the academics, because of the people that I would be around, and I really liked it. I thought that I could really see myself living there for 4 years, maybe even longer, and really loving it there and being successful. And I think ultimately that's what it boils down to for college, is you have to go somewhere that you're going to feel happy, that you're going to want to be. Because if you're miserable there, your academics are going to suffer. That's just the reality of the matter, is if you're not happy, you're not going to do well. And I'm really glad that I was able to find a place that I feel like I'm going to be really happy at and I'm going to do very well at. And yeah, I mean, there's not that much to it. It was just kind of an aha moment kind of when I visited the campus. I think a piece of me knew this is where I should be, this is where I'm going to end up, because I did just feel at home. And so I leave in about a month, and I'm finalizing everything, getting all of the financial stuff together, and making sure that I have everything that I need. I just finished registering for classes. If you guys are interested in hearing about that, then drop a comment below, let me know. Registering for classes for college is painful. It's just so much stuff, and yeah, you just, especially if you're out of state, because I couldn't just drop in and see some of the counselors and like make an appointment and just be like, hey, how you doing? I had to do mine at a select time that was available for like a video conference, and none of them worked with my work schedule, so I was just like, oh god. So yeah, just be aware of deadlines, I guess, is my major thing to you. If you have an enrollment date, make sure that you're there. Freshman orientation, if you gotta do things for that, do all that stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited. I think that it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I am definitely ready to get on with the next chapter of my life. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my little chat about where I'm going to school. Drop a comment below, let me know where you're going, what you're doing, why you chose where you decided to go. Maybe for some of you it was completely dependent on different things than me, and that's okay, because in the end everybody has different things that they prioritize, and I mean, you do you. You be happy. Go somewhere that's going to make you happy and successful. That is my biggest piece of advice for anybody. Even if you're like 36 and you're in a job that you hate, make a change. Go somewhere that you want to be, because ultimately it's your life, and if you're not happy, what's the point? Like, you do it for you. And so, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you all next video. I am so sorry about the frantic random, like, no, it was probably more like 6 months now, break, but I've just been extremely busy and I haven't really had that much to talk about, and I'm just kind of starting to get ideas. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then go tell your mom about it. Thank you so much for bearing with me, and until next time, remember to stay beautifully and amazingly you.